highlights of this bulletin. Leaders of Cần Thơ City paid incense tribute at the city's martyrs cemetery and alcohol statue in Ninh Wharf on the occasion of the 93rd founding anniversary of the party. Cần Thơ City's leaders visited and presented gifts to policy classified and disadvantaged households in Hưng Phú Ward, Upper District. Nearly 1 year after being groundbroken, the first unit of Colourful Bridge was opened to traffic to serve people's demand for transport of goods on that occasion. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. On January 19th morning, the Military Zone 9 National Assembly Delegation, Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cần Thơ City paid incense tribute at the city's martyrs cemetery and alcohol statue in Ninh Wharf on the occasion of the 93rd founding anniversary of the party. In the solemn atmosphere, delegates set aside minutes of silence to commemorate heroes and war martyrs and showed deep gratitude towards predecessors for their dedication to the cause of safeguarding the fatherland while vowing to follow the traditions to fulfill assigned tasks to build a richer and richer, more and more beautiful city to deserve the brave sacrifices of heroes war martyrs. Right after paying tribute to war martyrs, delegates came to pay incense and flower tributes at alcohol statue in Ninh Wharf to express respect and deep gratitude for the enormous service devoted by alcohol for the Vietnamese nation. On January 18th afternoon, State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Những visited and presented gifts to policy classified and needy households in Hưng Phú Ward, Upper District. State and Vice Chairman Những informed of the social, economic, defense, security situation of the city in 2022. He asserted that the achievements of loans are attributed to the active contributions of people and business community. On this year's traditional day, the city spent more than 120 billion Vietnam dong earmarked from the budgetary source to give support for people to welcome Happy Tết. In the same afternoon, Nam Á Bank Cần Thơ branch presented gifts to 50 needy households in Hưng Phú Ward, Upper District. A delegation of the Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cần Thơ City, and the head of permanent member of the Party Committee and chairman of Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cần Thơ City, Nhân, have had visits and offered their wishes to families of cadres who have passed away and managed by the City Party Committee. The delegation visited and extended their wishes to family of Comrade Trần Minh Sơn, former State and Vice Secretary of the Party Committee, come Chairman of the People's Committee of Hậu Giang Province, come former member of Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee, family of Comrade Trần Trung Hậu, former permanent member of Cần Thơ Provincial Party Committee, former Deputy Chief of the Southwestern Economic Financial Committee, family of Comrade Bùi Hữu Trí, former permanent member of the Party Committee, former Vice Chairman of the People's Committee of Cần Thơ Province, Chairman of Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee Nhân, and delegation members lit incense to commemorate the cadres who contributed to the revolutionary cause and building and developing the city. He offered regard to family members and wished them good health and happiness in the new year. On January 18th afternoon, Cần Thơ City Center for Social Affairs celebrated that with disadvantaged children living in Cần Thơ City. Attending were former Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee Trần Quốc Trung, permanent member of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, come head of the Publicity Education Board under Cần Thơ City Party Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Tâm, and representatives of department sectors relevant units. 90 children living at social functioning units, social affairs centers, and disadvantaged kids in the city joined the celebration with free services of fast food, southern fruit, and fork cakes. The kids also joined folk games and visited miniature sceneries of certain cottage models. These activities within a series of the spring celebration. Onto the news. On January 18th afternoon, Cần Thơ General Printing Stock Company reviewed its business production operations and outlined orientations and plans for 2023. Last year, the company manufactured more than 23.8 billion printing copies, got a revenue over 408 billion Vietnam dong, and contributed nearly 20 billion Vietnam dong to the state budget. In the same year, it also invested more than 21 billion Vietnam dong in building and equipping more materials and spending on gratitude and social security activities. In 2023, the company aims to exceed the plan of printing 31 billion copies. On this occasion, the company handed the trophy from the Information and Communication Ministry, the trophy for the cause of Vietnam Printing from Vietnam Printing Association, and merit certificates from the City People's Committee to excellent teams and individuals. Nearly 1 year after being groundbroken, the first unit of Canal Bridge has basically been completed and was open to traffic to serve people's demand for transport of goods on that occasion. The bridge project is invested by Cần Thơ City's Transport Department at the investment cost of more than 165 billion Vietnam dong earmarked from the budget. Of the figure, more than 34 billion Vietnam dong was spent on floor clearance. The bridge has a total length of roughly 400 meters and is designed with a speed of 40 kilometers an hour. After the traditional test, the main investor and construction unit will continue building the second unit of the bridge. With high adaptability to the environment, diligent flowering, and eye-catching colors, bougainvillea flowers are more and more favored. Visitors coming to Ninh urban streets these days can satisfy their eyes and take lovely photos with various flowers. Most outstandingly, bougainvillea flowers race against each other to show their colors off. These colorful bougainvillea plants were successfully crossbred by Lê Thanh Hương, 70 years of age, owner of Tám Hương Bonsai Garden in Long Hoa Road, Bình Thủy urban district more than 4 years ago to serve customers' demands, especially on Tết. Tám Hương has been close to the bonsai growing career for more than 30 years. According to him, it requires high professional skills and lots of experience to turn out colorful bougainvillea flowers.
Colourful bougainvillaea had been present in Sadek first. Then we bought the bred plants to crossbreed them into multicolor blend.
The bougainvillea is evaluated on factors including roots, shape, age, and a number of colors. Each bougainvillea costs from hundreds of thousands to hundreds of millions of Vietnam dong.
I can crossbreed as many colors as I want. I brought them into one large plant with flowers of many colors on it.
In the beginning, Tám Hương crossbred 5 colors into single plants. As of now, he can crossbreed as many as 9 into single plants. On display for sale in Ninh Wharf, besides hundreds of flowers showing off their colors, multi-colorful bougainvillea further decorate streets on Tết and attracts lots of visitors, especially young friends who want to take photos in their beautiful dresses to preserve memories of Tết.
I feel joyful when coming here and being able to watch and take photos of bougainvillea flowers. I get really nice photos.
Previously, I just saw bougainvillaea with just one color, like white, pink, just single colors. These bougainvillaea are very special and attractive. Photos with these multicolored flowers become more beautiful and attractive.
Now, as usual, before moving to the close, let's take a quick look at the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Cần Thơ News. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, canthotv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.